In recent news, QTCinderella was streamed with Lilypichu doing an unbanned request, and she come across a Lily chatter being banned in a chat for calling Fed a perv. Here's QT's response that left Lilypichu speechless.
Going back over to Lily's now. Is this Lily's? Okay, yep, back to Lily's. All right, hers have been pretty easy. That's so funny. They said Fed's a perv and Fedmyster banned them. Can you sue a guy for being right? Can you?
You decide. You put the note in.
Welcome back, buddy.
Where is he these days? Last time I saw he was streaming on YT taking gambling sponsors and promising to do a bunch of money giveaways. Think he came back for a few streams a couple years ago and then did some random gambling stuff, but obviously had nowhere near the support that he used to. Can't see that he's done much since then. I think he got a girlfriend and kinda moved on. Really ruined the easiest bag of all. Only himself to blame. Some dude was in the OTV org, not OTK, and basically half the people on the org said he was being creepy to them and kicked him out. So this must have been before that, and the chatter kind of called it, and he must have had mod privileges in Lily's channel back then. So it's basically just funny he banned the chatter for guessing the truth. In this next topic, we have an update from Amouranth. On March 2nd, Amouranth was targeted in an armed home invasion, where 3 masked men broke into her house, demanding access to her cryptocurrency. After being assaulted, she led them to another part of the home, where her husband fired shots, injuring one suspect and forcing them to flee. According to court documents obtained by Fox 26, 3 of the suspects have been identified and charged with aggravated kidnapping and aggravated robbery with a deadly weapon. The individuals named in the reports include DeMarcus Morris Jr., 17 years old, Dylan Nesho Campbell, 18 years old, Brian Anthony Salazar Guerrero, 19 years old, unidentified 16-year-old suspect. Nearly 2 weeks later, authorities announced the arrest and charging of a group of teenagers, aged 16 to 19, in connection with the incident. The police have stated that Morris and Campbell remain in custody, with bonds set at $150,000, $75,000 per charge, and $200,000, $100,000 per charge. Guerrero has since posted a $100,000 bond, $50,000 per charge, while the 16-year-old suspect has not yet been publicly identified. The 31-year-old was asleep in her bed on a Sunday night when 3 men broke into her home in Houston, Texas. Amouranth also responded in the following: "Now I can break some of my silence. The one object they took was a MacBook with Find My turned on. There was a moment of total panic after I got out of the hospital the night of the incident. I tracked to the MacBook and was in disbelief that we were at the same hospital. I may have seen the one who was shot while I was being discharged, but at the time I thought they were doing something far more sinister." Here, these dumbasses are beyond aggravated kidnapping and aggravated robbery are both first-degree felony in Texas. Each carry a separate prison term of 5 to 99 years. Texan judges cannot grant probation for these felonies, willy-nilly like other states. Only a Texan jury can, but requesting a Texan jury trial for an armed home invasion would be suicidal, since the people of Texas absolutely hate that shit. Let them decide the penalty, and your ass would end up in prison for a hell lot longer than the 5-year minimum. You picked the wrong place to FAFO, MFers. Aggravated robbery in Texas. Robbery happens when someone is trying to steal something, commit theft, and while the person is trying to commit theft, they hurt someone or threaten someone. It becomes aggravated if the robber is armed or has a deadly weapon. A deadly weapon is not just a gun or firearm, it also includes anything that could cause death or serious bodily injury. So, if someone commits robbery while using, even displaying, a deadly weapon, then the charge becomes aggravated. This increases the possible punishment. Without any criminal history, an aggravated robbery sentence in Texas ranges from a minimum of 5 years to 99 years, or life in prison. Texas Department of Criminal Justice. Because this is considered a 3G offense, you cannot get probation from a judge after a trial. Only a jury could decide to give you probation.